right, so it's time, finally. Been waiting a couple years for this. A review of Alien Covenant, follow-up to Prometheus, which I loved.
Oh, I haven't seen Prometheus.
Oh, this is gonna be interesting.
Okay, this is a spoiler-filled review. Great, and if you're still watching, that means that you've already seen it, and if not, we're here to spoil it for you.
Mm-hmm.
So this movie basically is about, the colonists that are going to their new homeland, and something interrupts them, in which I believe it is David from the Prometheus.
They have a message,
and
yes.
they get a message from him. They decide they want to check it out, and it all goes to hell.
So we start things off with the likes, and I'll take this because after deep thought, contemplation, and supreme effort, I came up with one thing that I like.
One?
Just one. And it's almost irrelevant. It's the fact that there was a nice level of gore. I'll admit it, bit of a gore horror, so they had some nice gore. And that's pretty much it. So I'm guessing either we're done or you have something?
No, I actually did have a couple of likes for this movie.
Interesting. All right.
I thought it was pretty hilarious that they decided to have James Franco as the captain. Don't know if I would trust him as the captain of my ship, but it definitely was comical. Also, I really did enjoy that they had 3 different aliens in this movie. You had the face hugger,
Right.
you had that transparent kind of faceless alien throughout the middle,
Okay.
and then you have that original alien that everyone knows and loves from the first Alien movies.
Gave me that gore.
I did like the fact that it seemed that, there was almost like a genetic mutation that David had been working on throughout the movie. So it looks like maybe, the face hugger was first, and then maybe there was that clear alien, the transparent, and then at the end you had, the big alien.
I can see the progression from the transparent to the OG one. Okay, I'll give you that.
So I like that. And then, at the end, where you see David kind of putting them into the, what is that called?
The little cryo chambers.
The little cryo chambers,
Yes,
right, exactly. Shows that, there will probably be a sequel or a part 2 for all of you Alien fans out there. So there is some hope for you guys out there.
Yes, and that part brings me up to our dislikes.
Okay, so now we will get into our dislikes, and you obviously have something to say with that, so I'll let you start.
Yes, I do have a lot to say. I don't even know where to begin, to be honest with you. One of the things, it sounds a little trivial, but I gotta throw it out there. There were several scenes in this movie with aliens standing and walking on 2 legs. Now, people are gonna say, hey man, Dante, you know better than that. Whatever the host is, the alien takes characteristics from it. See dog alien, see Preda alien. Well, you know what, folks? In all the other movies, there were aliens that got human hosts. They didn't stand on 2 legs. They didn't walk on 2 legs. They didn't do bipedal movement. This is ridiculous. I know, it totally put me off. I was like, what are they trying to do? Humanize them, which is the last thing you want? It just really, right off the bat, it came off as corny. Let's be honest. It really did.
All right, and speaking of corny, I feel like there were a lot of corny one-liners here. This is Alien. This isn't, you don't have time to say, oh, help a girl up, or, helping people, and these little comments here and there. This is life or death. You're coming to a new planet. You're trying to survive. We don't have time for that.
No.
Another kind of dislike that I think I had was the Walter and David switch. Could you have been more obvious with that?
Yeah.
Usually in these movies, when there is the, whole switcheroo of the 2 characters, when they cut to the scene right before the, the whole action area, that's
like when they're fighting or whatever you mean?
Exactly, yeah. When they're fighting, then usually that's when you know that the character switches, to the bad guy. And that was just a little too obvious for me. Come on.
Yeah, it was. I'm going to jump back in if you're done. If you're done. Okay, all right, okay. Yeah, actually, I wasn't a fan of that either. But my other big problem with this is, hello, Ridley Scott, you didn't make the aliens scary. So here's real simple. I want a reference point. Hopefully you'll agree with me. Aliens, okay? I understand it's not Scott, Cameron, but same, general idea. You establish a scene wherein the old group is hunkered down inside the command center. They welded the door shut. They got the machine guns to fend off any predators, I wish, any aliens. They got a little device that tells them how close the aliens are, and then it suddenly beeps that they're in the room. That is amazing. First of all, you've got a situation you think you're safe in as the characters. Yeah. You think you're well defended, and the aliens have outsmarted you somehow. And then there's that brilliant scene where they go up in the rafters, they lift them up, they look up, they're coming backwards through the pipes, or they go it goes crazy. And there was not one scene of that in this movie at all.
I agree.
And also what I just said, the aliens are smart. They're not stupid. This alien was stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, this alien was really stupid. It just did the stupidest things, climbing into engines, seeing things fly out on an air dock and just walking along them, and the list goes on and on. But I have to say, if you could bear with me, if you can buckle up, everyone can buckle up, the number one gripe, the number one complaint. I know you didn't see it,
that's
okay?
Right,
so that's why you're really going to have to buckle down. I'm going to have to spoil some stuff for you in advance, so I'm sorry, all right? Okay. But you have Prometheus. It introduces amazing characters, the engineer. It asks, we'll get to answers in a minute. It asks very important questions. Very important questions. As human race, where do we come from? Where are we going? Why are the engineers trying to destroy what they created? At the end of the friggin' movie, David and Shaw jet off to go to the engineer's home world to get answers to those questions. Answers. Now, did I really honestly expect answers? No, I didn't. Not completely. Maybe some answers. Maybe some new questions. Instead, what I got was, for no reason at all, David committing genocide on the engineers. Well, the reason that I can see as far as I'm concerned is that they had a nice meeting in the writer's room before this was made, and they said, hey, we've got these amazing questions from Prometheus. What are the answers? We can't think of any? Oh, all right, we'll just kill off the race, and then we don't have to answer them. Unreal. Unforgivable. A cop-out. Not only that, but let's just say you didn't want to answer the questions, right? The engineers are an amazing race. There could be an entire history there. They're obviously far more technologically advanced than us. They've got a whole different edicts and sets of guidelines, laws, rules, everything. You could have done a tremendous amount with that. Still had aliens in it, right? Okay? Instead, you went the cop-out route, you went the cheap route, and then, as the ultimate insult to injury, and I gotta say, they do this all the time. And it bugs the hell out of me, and I know why they do it. It still bugs the hell out of me. Robots do not, cannot, and will not ever take on human characteristics. All right, don't get me started on love. I'm not even touching that. I'm not even touching it, okay? But David also wouldn't go in for genetic manipulation. I know that you like that about this. Once they established it, yeah, you got to go with it. My problem is that he would never do that. In Prometheus, David was created to have one purpose, and that was to get Wayland to the engineers to extend his life. Once that was gone, he was done. He was on his own. He doesn't get to make up new protocols, new programs, new ideas, new concepts. No, he doesn't. Sorry. This is not the way it works. Now, I understand. Every studio head will tell you, writers will tell you, oh, well, we have to give them that because the audience can't relate to them otherwise. Well, screw the audience. Grow up. Use your head. Aliens. Sorry. Look at aliens on the mind. Robots cannot do that stuff under any circumstances, and it was stupid for you to even try it. So it is Pinhead time, and you have an interesting like-dislike list, so I'm going to throw it to you. How many Pinheads are you going to give this one?
So I actually give it 2 Pinheads. Although, I did have a lot of dislikes, there were some likes in there. It was pretty aesthetically appealing to me, so yeah, it's going to be a 2 for me.
Wow, all right, okay. That's probably better than I thought, honestly. As the usual caveat, the movie's well made, it's well acted, etc., so I can't just completely shit on it, but it shit on me. So I'm going to go with 1 Pinhead, and that actually makes the math pretty easy, if not the symbology. Your 2 Pinheads, my 1 Pinhead, that's going to make this a 1.5 Pinhead movie.
All right, so that was our review for Alien Covenant. Tell us what you think in the comments below.
And also, in case you didn't notice, I've been wearing a t-shirt the whole review. It says, I'd rather be an alien. I have to say, however, not in this movie.